Okay, well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we would like to present our article, 15 articles. So we are from the second group. There will be 3 speakers for today. The first speaker is IRNAWATI Israel, and the second speaker is me myself, WIWIK ALWIAH, and the third speaker is WAHIDAH. So our review article today is about Facebook. So as we know together that Facebook is one of the communication tools that's used by all the people and all the students in this world. So Facebook is have a function to share our information, ideas, information, and so on. So for the first speaker, I would like to invite IRNAWATI Israel. Time is yours.
Okay, thanks for the chance for giving to me. The first article by Agasamani in 2010. How do university students spend their time on Facebook? This article used qualitative research with the participants. There are 8 participants here, 2 male and 6 female from the online survey respondents. And for the analysis this article, the researcher survey respondent indicated basic information regarding Facebook habits. And for the technology in use, a researcher found that Facebook is deeply integrated in user daily lives through specific routines and rituals. For the recommendation, the researcher have a civic sense of what that exactly entails. And for the second article by Annamalai in 2016, exploring the writing approaches in the Facebook environment. This article used the descriptive research and a general survey model. And for the target audience, the students on Facebook platform were examined for about 3 months. And for the analysis this research, the researcher determined a statistical method to be applied to total scores by the measurement tools given to the group. And for the technology in use, their attitudes towards Facebook were measured by Facebook adoption scale and intended use of Facebook scale, and the last educational use of Facebook scale. And for the recommendation, the researcher recorded that the students were under control and become more participant when the instructor acted as moderator on Facebook. And the next article by Benjamin Omolayo, 2013, Influence of Exposure to Facebook on Self-Esteem. He used quantitative method through a questionnaire technique and survey. The participants here, 9 international postgraduate from University Putra Malaysia, and for the analysis, the data was gathered from face-to-face. He used semi-structured interview to verify the conclusion in the research. And for the technology in use, the researcher conduct to the students use Facebook compulsively and frequently struggle when they attempt to solve their problem and use Facebook less. And for recommendation, this article recommended the researcher have examined whether the Facebook use can lead to other harmful effects or become destructive to everyday life. And for the next, according to Brown Ulis in 2011, he used the qualitative method. The target audience, 800 Michigan State University undergraduate students were referred from Michigan State University. And for the analysis here, conduct on result from a survey of undergraduate students. And for the technology in use, Facebook use was found that interact with measure of psychological well-being. And for the recommendation, the researcher demonstrate a robust connection between Facebook use and indicators of social capital, especially of the bridging type. And the last article conducted by Debati Berhard 2009, Facebook and online privacy, attitude, behavior, and unintended consequences. Here, this article conduct at historically black university in the southern part of the United States. The target audience here, 35.9% freshmen and 13.4% sophomores and 20.1% junior and 30.6% senior. For the analysis this article, the researcher used structure equation modeling or SIM, and then next, for the technology in use, the researcher determined the level of impact Facebook has on the quality of life of college students and their academic performance. And for the recommendation, the researcher indicated that college administrator may consider deficit programs and that attempts to reduce the stress and smoking behavior of students. Okay, I think enough for me. The next presenter, ALWIAH, please.
Okay, well, for the next article review is about the Facebook on the self-esteem by Nigeria 2013. So especially for the methodology they use for the post factor. And then about the target audience is about 16 until 35 years with a means age. And then about the analysis used, ANOVA or one-way analysis of variance. In the technology used, Facebook here used to know whether self-esteem could be downgraded or upgraded by presenting oneself through Facebook interaction. And then so here Facebook is hooked to use especially for students to engage in Facebook activities in order to manage their self-esteem. And then next about the Facebook edition among Malaysia students hosted in Jabar Karimi 2016, we can see the methodology used BVAS, Big by PASCA, and then target audience is about 459 students. And then the analysis is used under the analysis of variance. So Facebook here used to investigate the addiction among students. And then for the recommendation, so here Facebook can focus more on other aspects of Facebook addiction. And then the next is about the students' perception of using Facebook as an interactive learning research at University 2012. We can see the methodology that used is about descriptive, and then the target audience is two classes. One class is about 67 students, and the second class is about 143 students. And then analysis use IBM or SPSS statistically. And then the Facebook here used to investigate or to examine the use of course-specific Facebook and then evaluate its efficiency as a course learning tool using students' perceptions. And then we have Facebook. It has potential to promote collaborative and cooperative learning and teaching process. And then the next is about the privacy and perceptions, how Facebook advertising affect its users by Catherine 2010. So the methodology uses a simple survey. It concerns the demographic. And then about the target audience here is a survey of undergraduate students. For the university was conducted using the Facebook. And then about the analysis is the closed-ended demographic question regarding. And then the technology. So Facebook here as to see Facebook user perceive the site and its advertisers. And then Facebook here would be beneficial to follow a specific company who is advertising on Facebook and see how the company grows or changes as a result of a social network as pursuer. Next is the last about the Facebook use and adolescent emotional state of depression, anxiety, and stress. So we can see the use of methodology is correlational, descriptive correlational. The audience is about 76 students. And choose analysis self-refer questionnaires. And then technology here used of a Facebook is use students substantial aligned to their levels of depression, anxiety, and stress. And then we hope that parents should monitor and supervise online activities through active parental involvement for the students. Thank you. Next. Miss Ida.
Okay, for the next article from Marcus Tinatin Amirajibi, and the title is Gender Difference in the Motivate for the Use of Facebook, and from State University, Georgia, 2013. And method here in they are used independent variable. Even the study focus was gender. And then two groups of students of Caucasian in 150 female. And for analysis survey is use SPSS, mean standard deviation and intercorrelation. For the study variable were calculated as well. And for the technology in use is Facebook. And for the recommendation, the researcher hope that further investigation will shed more light on this issue. And then next article by Mike Ken from Department of Internet Study, Curtin University, 2013. And the title is Changing the Conversation Facebook as a Venue for Online Class Discussion in Higher Education. So his method here is the qualitative research, target audience, the percent of 23 students, and then analysis survey in the study period. It had been broken into the 13 weeks of the study period. And technology in use here is Facebook, and the recommendation, students and staff also start to provide additional learning material and link the source associated with the topic being covered during the semester. And the next by Bejalamiti and Malay from University Science Malaysia, 2013, and the title is Exploring the Rating Approach in the Facebook Environment. His method here use case study and then target audience concern from informing the aim, objective, and the data to be collected. And from the analysis survey, researcher here use a lot to decide and which data should be included. And from the technology in use, investigate how rating approach can be used in online rating environment. And from the recommendations, the different level of thinking skill based on Bloom's taxonomy will help students rate their size. And next article from Southern University by Nicole Hart from Georgia, and the title of the article is The Facebook Effect, How Student Perception of Online Discussion in the Age of Social Networking. And in method here, using question and use 595 university students, and then analysis survey use ANOVA analysis. The test we use to assess the validity of attitude of female and female students. And technology in use here is using Facebook. And then recommendation, the content of use of social networking should certainly be a topic of discussion in any managerial aspect such as management or HRA. Thank you.
Okay, well, I think that's all our presentation about review article. Thanks very much for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.